No one out there wants kids recreationally using marijuana because of the potential effects on brain development. How do you bridge that gap between kids who need it medically versus the kids who are out there hearing it's fine, it's benign, no problem, I don't have to worry about using the substance, it's not going to cause me any issues?
Well, one thing that we have to understand is really how is it working in the brain. What we're finding is that there are diseases that the root cause is there's an imbalance in that system that is supposed to keep you in balance. And so those are the patients that we're trying to target. In a healthy teenager, I'm the mom of a 17-year-old boy. I started teaching him when he was 8 years old that he is healthy and that by taking any substances, during the time of development, which really adolescence is a very vulnerable time when you're taking things that you shouldn't be taking, you can throw off that endocannabinoid system that's keeping you in balance. You throw that off, you can create problems. But we remember the patients that we're treating is in pediatric age group are children that already have had diagnoses, they've tried usually conventional medicine. I really don't have any patients that haven't gone through the conventional medicine program. And oftentimes this is just an add-on. For some people, it is the only thing that will help them.
Let me say this. Everything Dr. Goldstein you have said, I support. What I would caution a parent out there from doing is if you have a child who maybe has a medical issue, and it could even be cancer, you don't want to go see a practitioner who is shooting from the hip, because that is a grave possibility here until there is more data. And I'm assuming, Tracy Ryan, you've put a lot of trust in this process. It's worked for you. Before we go, Dr. Goldstein, how do I know that I'm seeing a doctor who truly knows what they're doing with regard to adding CBD as a treatment?
Well, unfortunately, because of the stigma and the fear, a lot of doctors are not interested in doing this. There's not very many of doctors, especially a pediatrician, who's doing this. So I've encouraged a lot of doctors. They're more than welcome to come and sit in my practice so they can see what I do and learn from me. I've been doing this 9 years now, and I'm definitely seeing more, I'm getting more referrals from mainstream doctors, from specialists, because they're starting to hear from their patients this is helping. And of course, nobody wants to harm a child. I mean, we take an oath, do no harm. But in my experience, this has absolutely been one of the safest substances I've ever recommended to a pediatric
association opening up their minds? Is this something that they're adding to their programs, the big meetings to discuss it and
They absolutely
make pediatricians aware?
Yeah, I got a CME magazine, and the cover was Medical Cannabis, Myth versus Truth. And that's great. Let's put it out there. If this is a root cause of illness, how are we not learning about this in medical school and residency? So we need to start incorporating that, because we can help a lot of people with this. I tell everybody, you know, I was trained well, and I try to walk that middle line, but there's no denying that many of my patients have had life-changing and prognosis-changing with cannabis oil.
Times are changing.
And may I ask a quick question both to Daniel and to you, Dr. Goldstein? So given that these are still supplements and there's no actual FDA-approved drug, and there is so much variability in terms of what you're actually getting in these products on the market, how do you ensure, if this is something you're considering, that you're actually getting a safe, tested, reasonable product that is appropriately labeled?
They shouldn't be available as supplements, especially for the types of scenarios the doctor's talking about here. You're talking about treating for cancer. That's not a supplement. So if anyone's looking for cancer treatment in a supplement, don't. Shouldn't be there at all.
I want to applaud you for saying that. It's very important that people don't start searching out this magic bullet supplement. But I applaud the two of you for advocating for your child, and we're so glad that Sophie's doing well. And
continue your mission.
Dr. Goldstein, Daniel, thanks for being with us. Times are changing. If you think about it, when we went to medical school, we also didn't learn about nutrition. Now there's widespread knowledge out there that nutrition affects outcomes. In the next decade, probably you're going to see more medical doctors being trained in the use of cannabinoids,
it's approved in 29 states already for medical use. So that
things are changing.
Changed, yeah.
And certainly scintillating conversation. We'll have more resources on our website, thedoctorstv.com.